Evening, Sahib.
Evening, boy.
How are all the little wombats feeling tonight?
Couldn't feel better than I do. Sold my fourth one this week. Commissions mounting rapidly, my boy, rapidly.
Oh, really?
Ah.
By the way, Sahib, where would you take a young lady to dine?
Savoy, by all means. Soundest cuisine in London.
Well, I don't know. I had in mind a place...
No nonsense. Savoy is the only place to dine, lady. Don't give it another thought.
All right, Savoy it shall be. Oh, but a couple of quid wouldn't see me through, would it?
Perhaps you're being slightly optimistic.
You couldn't lend me a fiver till next payday, could you?
I'm glad to, my boy, but I've always found that borrowing is unsound, both from a financial and a moral point of view. How much money will you get your next payday?
£2.
And from that, you expect to pay me back 5? You must see there's no future to such a course of action. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Why don't you take the lady to the zoo?
All right, Sahib, all right, never mind.
Here, boy. Enjoy your evening. Take her to the Savoy and the zoo.
Oscar, I'd like to present Miss Leslie Saunders, my boss. Oh, you really must forgive Oscar. He's a sensitive, lonely, disillusioned soul.
You seem to have a strong sympathy for Oscar. You don't happen to feel anything in common with him.
There might be a few similarities.
He's very well dressed.
Thank you.
Quite amusing.
Thank you.
And I'm afraid utterly worthless.
Not your sort.
I rather doubt it. Although I wonder if you have any idea what sort I really am.
Of course I have. Sane, practical.
That's right.
Ambitious, hardworking.
That's right.
Utterly moral.
Utterly.
Straight from the shoulder.
Straight as a rivet.
Well, in that case, I should think you'd greatly admire me if I skipped all the approach work and just kissed you without any preliminaries.
I should not only admire you, I should respect you.
Well, there's something to be said for your philosophy.
Oh, there go my cigarettes.
That's all right. I'll buy you some more. I'm indebted to Oscar. Light on that?
Seven. No trump.
Well, I pass.
I pass. Me too. I think it's a lay me down.
Oh, well, upon my soul. What an amazing pupil. What card sense, eh? Another grand slam.
You must be the kind of person one is warned against on ships. On ships?
Mommy means people who play cards dishonestly.
Oh. Have you ever known any such people?
I'm glad to say that I've never had the bad fortune to encounter any of those miserable scoundrels.
I should think they must be most unhappy.
Unhappy, ma'am?
Don't you think so? It seems to me they must always be outside of everything. They must be so lonely, so friendless.
Very possible, ma'am. Very possible.
It's way past your bedtime, Miss Fortune.
Oh. Another beautiful evening. Good night, my dear.
Good night, Miss Ellen.
Honored, ma'am. Honored.
May God bless you.
Don't bother to come upstairs, dear.
Good night. Good night.
Darling, is your old sinus trouble coming on again?
Sinus? No, my dear, no. All part of the act, you know. Letting the old girl see that I was touched.
Good performance, darling. You certainly had me fooled for a minute.
Mind your feet in the stair, Mom.
You take the high road and I'll take the low road. And I'll be in Scotland before
Everyone in the house.
for me and my true love will.
You idiot. Stop.
It's all right, old pal. I take care of myself very nicely, old pal. I brought my old pal home with me, Georgia.
Yes, I know. We're all palsy-walsy. Now sit down before I knock you
Have
down.
to undress myself. Take off my shoesy-woozies.
I'll help you.
You've helped him enough.
That's right. Take off my own
It's
shoesy-woozies.
very considerate of you, Rick.
Yeah. First my shoesy-woozy. Then my socksy-woxy. Then... my tie. Zy-wisey.
I give you my word of honor, Georgiana. I haven't the slightest
You
idea.
did it on purpose.
I did not. How could I know that one bottle of champagne and a few small brandies could make any grown man drunk?
Why did you give him anything at all?
I tell you, I just happened to meet him and we'd celebrated.
Celebrated? With him? You said you wouldn't be seen dead with him. You must be drunk, too.
I'm not. I can't be. None of us McRae's is capable of being drunk. We've tried. And I admit I was wrong about Richard. I misjudged him entirely and I apologize. He's an understanding and gifted young man.
And where did you meet this understanding and gifted young man?
We just bumped into each other. If you want to know the truth, I was feeling lonesome. You're a bad-mannered, bad-tempered, outrageous female. But I have discovered I cannot live without you. It's a shameful confession for a sane man to make.
It's an idiotic one, because you're going to live without me. Probably to a horrible old age.
I am not. Richard says you're eating your heart out for me.
Richard told you that?
He did?
Then you got him drunk and made him say it.
If you were a man, I'd knock you down for that.
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. We must have awakened you. Poor Richard has been taken ill, and this Mr. McRae was kind enough to bring him home.
How do you do, Mr. McRae?
How do you do? That's not the exact truth, Miss Fortune. Poor Richard is extremely drunk, and it is my fault.
And now if you've said everything you want to say, you might have the decency to go.
Listen, Georgian, don't quarrel with me. I may have to go away. There's a chance I may leave for India.
Is it only a chance or a hope?
Oh, my dear. My dear.
I trust you will accept my apology, Miss Fortune, if I have disturbed you.
You haven't disturbed me, Mr. McRae.
If you have the slightest consideration for anyone, you'll go away and stay away.
Aye, once and for all.
Oh, my dear, my dear. Young people are so foolish. They don't know that love never comes twice. Does it hurt much?
My head is on wrong.
I know just how you feel. Oh, I've been intoxicated, too.
You have?
I was quite a young girl, but I've never forgotten it. It was at a birthday party. Somebody gave me a glass of punch, and then the trees started going round and round.
I know. Wasn't there anyone there to put ice on your head?
No. But there was a boy there who was very kind to me. It was John Dickey. He let me hold his hand tight to keep me from being flung into space.
Well, that was darn decent of him.
Yes, he was a very nice boy. And he had a little white dog with him. She had a black spot, like an enormous eyebrow over one eye.
Sounds like a very nice little doggy.
It was. Does your head feel better?
Much. I say, please don't think badly of me.
Why should I think badly of you? You were only being gay and happy and proud, perhaps, of your job. And most of all, young.
Here you are, sir.
I'm very sorry, my boy, but you won't do either. Goodbye.
Well, how's a bloke going to know what you want if you don't tell him what you
Now,
want?
you just trot out some more. I'll know it when I see it.
I wish people would make their minds up.
Oh, this one's a darling, Richard.
But he's not vivacious.
Oh, he's just sleepy.
The dog I want must be vivacious and sleepy. Besides, he's cross-eyed.
You're mad. His eyes are as straight as mine.
Hazel.
You're difficult to please.
On the contrary, I like Hazel.
Here they are, then. The last of the lot, sir. Take 'em or leave 'em.
Leave him. No reflection on you fellas, of course.
Blimey, what do you expect a dog to have?
I expect him to have an enormous black eyebrow over one eye.
What? An enormous black eyebrow?
I think, Richard, we'd better go quietly and try somewhere else.
All right. Sorry.
I suppose he must have a purple tail, too.
And why a black eyebrow?
Well, because the puppy's for Miss Ellen, and Miss Ellen likes puppies with black eyebrows.
Are you sure this Miss Ellen of yours is quite right?
Oh, yes, quite. She's a very nice, rich old lady.
I see. You and your family couldn't by any chance be sponging on her, could you?
What makes you think that?
It just occurred to me.
Wouldn't approve of that, I suppose.
No, I wouldn't approve of that.
No, I didn't think you would. Would you like to hear the rest of it?
It's up to you.
It's a tremendous secret, you know.
Perhaps you shouldn't tell me then.
I probably shouldn't. You won't like it. Well, they say that confession is good for the, what is it?
The soul, Richard.
Oh, yes, the soul, yeah. Well, I suppose it can't affect me much one way or the other, can it? You see, we're all trying to become heirs.
I don't understand.
It's very simple. You see, we're really all quite charming, and we made the whole gal love us. The Sob took to selling wombats just to prove that we were on the square, and I took to opening letters for the same reason. Rather neat idea, don't you think?
You're not kidding me, Richard.
Oh, no, I'm terribly serious. We thought we'd worked it out rather cleverly.
I never doubted that you were clever, Richard.
Just getting her warmed up, ma'am.
Oh, why didn't Miss Georgianne come? This would have cheered her up so.
Now, do you want to see what a wombat will really do, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
You mustn't hit anything when we're going this fast, darling. It might be dangerous.
Not at all, my dear, not at all.